Pathetic copycat. Meghan Markle gets scolded again for copying Michelle Obama. Two hypocrites continue to wear expensive clothes to go to poor children's schools. Meghan Markle has been exposed once again for mimicking the style of former First Lady Michelle Obama. She wore a Loro Piana $5,960 cashmere coat paired with a $1,884 wide-leg trousers and red Manolo Blahnik stiletto heels while visiting the school PS 123 Mahalia Jackson of Harlem. Defies 77 degrees Fahrenheit. But how insensitive and ignorant to wear such an expensive clothes and jewels to a school where kids would get free lunch. The thing is, it doesn't fit at all. They never fit properly. She did not purchase them for her size. They were sent to her. The shoes are the real tell, as they are frequently far larger than her correct size, regardless of the stands insisting that they are larger to account for the swelling of her feet on long engagements. Her feet have yet to swell to fit. This coat is huge. The hemline is askew in every shot because it's shifting around at shoulder level. This is a disaster, but she insists on dressing herself because she thinks she understands fashion. People whose job it is to be photographed have stylists like Catherine. Catherine really upped her game when she hired a stylist. These outfits really detract from the image that she should be projecting, but I think she's too controlling to let this out of her hands. She mimics the iconic Diana looks, and she mimics Michelle Obama's looks. She flat out stole Barack Obama's 60 at 60 move, cooping the idea for her 40th. She stole Her Majesty the Queen's pet baby name. She mimics the Queen issuing addresses from her desk. And now the faux royal tour in New York. Markle hasn't had an original idea in her life. Ghastly, grasping wannabe, it's all she'll ever be. That's all she does, copies others. She's so unoriginal and manages to make the most expensive clothes and jewelry look cheap. She has no class, no matter how expensive the clothes are on her. And how many diamonds she wears, she still looks tacky, sweaty, and with a bad wig. What makes people hate her is the sheer arrogance she has and the hypocrisy. Indeed, she looks so misplaced. At least Harry seems to know where they are. She couldn't care less about these kids, and it can't be more obvious. She's also visiting without a mask, putting children in a situation where they aren't socially distanced, and touches the hugs the children. Despite children not yet being vaccinated, that puts children at risk. Once COVID gets into an elementary school, it runs rampant. Plus, I never imagined I would say that Harry is more appropriately dressed for their New York City events than his wife. Not only is he dressed for our changing weather, but his outfits are suitable and spot on for each event he is attending. To go to a public school where meals are free because the need is so great calls for a low-key, understated outfit, not the in-your-face I am beyond rich princess outfit costing more than $8,000. Talk about being insensitive to the students. Who is picking up the tab for this 4-day jaunt? Harry is a known cheapskate, and Meghan seems to follow the advice that she received from her mother to never do anything for free unless you get something in return. Spends her days preaching to the world to change their ways and do what she says, then turns up at a school wearing clothes worth more than most of those kids' parents make in a year. Crass beyond belief. A friend of mine who worked for a large charity here in the U.S. says to appear at major charity events, many celebrities require private jet travel, swanky hotel accommodations, a limousine, security, plus numerous other expenses are paid for by the charity, and they will not show up on behalf of the charity. I doubt the money for this is coming from Harry and Meghan or all from the coffers of Archewell or their other related entities. This pair of limousine liberals are likely to pay to play humanitarian. I truly am not trying to be rude, but more trying to understand why anyone would be impressed with Harry or Meghan. What exactly does either of their work experience or what have they really done professionally or personally to be so famous, besides Harry's Invictus Games organization? I just don't get the intrigue for these two. She is a CD-rated actress at best. His claim to fame is being the grandson of the Queen and the son of a legendary icon and being Princess Diana's son. But if it was not for their connections to the royal family, neither one of these two would be famous in the real world, would they? She is what she is, inflated with her own vanity. The majority of these people would have dressed plainly and simply to visit this school, but Meghan Markle doesn't do subtlety. For the moment, many Americans are still entranced by their titles. In the UK, we've pretty much washed our hands of this pair. They're airheads. Take away their titles and they're just plain nobodies. And at some point, the US will finally catch on. For the time being, Meghan Markle just loves this new acting role. This truly depicts nasty Meghan Markle in her quest for money, fame, or power. Nasty Meghan married clueless Harry as her career was going nowhere. Through clueless Harry's birthright, his family, his country is nasty and has now demanded media adoration on her sights on a political career. Nasty Meghan, clueless Harry are despicable. How disgusting is she? Nearly $400,000 worth of jewelry alone to visit students who are on free meals. Talk about delusional. So full of self-entitlement, and then to force the little ones to have to listen to her condescending voice reading her little pamphlet. I wonder if she donated all the unsold copies to school. She has plenty. Designers must dread her wearing their clothes. She makes everything look so scruffy and cheap. Goes to show you can't polish her. She continues to misplay her hand. Diana, she will never be. Diana knew how to dress for every occasion. She didn't visit underprivileged children wearing thousands of pounds worth of questionably sourced diamonds and expensive clothes, or read a book to them that she wrote. It's frankly embarrassing, and any celebrity, corporation, or charity that aligns themselves with either of them should be boycotted. I detest the stacked bracelets on Diana's watch. It's painful to see. Nouveau riche Meghan compulsively keeps adding more and more bling and only wears ridiculously expensive $1,000 ill-fitting clothes, and she still looks cheap. I think she's trying to overcompensate for something. And what's with the plastic-looking face and horsehair today? She's so weird. Either she has way too much makeup on and fake hair, or has no makeup, bad skin, and disheveled hair. His biggest claim to fame is his mother. Her claim to fame is nabbing him. He is the face of the Invictus Games for PR purposes, but others do any work that takes a brain. All the fluff in the U.S. from their PR firms, and hires whoever targets them to get front and center on anything of importance. Many of the times that they've been hosted for something or an MC, they've begged to do it for free for the publicity. Sadly, in the U.S., you can buy your way into being a celebrity if you pay enough for it. Note to Harry, the real court of St. James is in London. At Meghan's direction, these two have reduced themselves to shoddy, cheap knockoffs of the royal family as they parade themselves around while spending big money to create a flimsy veneer of being true royals. They're attempting to set up a second-rate, counterfeit, imitation royal court in the U.S. as they complain about their genetic pain and suffering of being royals while milking their titles for every bit of status, power, and money they can get. No wonder they are thoroughly despised in the UK. Glad that many Yanks are realizing the toxic nature of the two people hiding behind the faux royal masks. And you, what do you think about this couple? Please tell me your opinion below in the comments, and we'll also talk about them. If you think my video is useful, remember to like and share it with anyone who needs it anytime you want. And don't be afraid to subscribe to